Welcome to an overview of blendAPPS Quality Control module. If you're currently using a patchwork of software solutions and manual workarounds to manage your QC inspections, control status of inventory, and generate a certificate of analysis, stick with us for a few minutes as we walk through Blend's Quality Control SuiteApp, the 100% NetSuite native solution which will allow you to say goodbye to those spreadsheets and multi-system solutions and manage everything within your NetSuite environment. Quality control tests are the foundation of QC processes inside of Blend. These tests can be quantitative, qualitative, or pass-fail. Setting up a new QC test within NetSuite is simple. Provide name, description, and all the details of the test, and even choose to include a link to the test procedure if there's one available. QC standards are what determine which tests apply to a given item, along with the expected results or test limits for that item to pass inspection. Remember our host special lemonade? Let's visit the item record in NetSuite, where we can find a list of all QC standards linked to this item. Perhaps we learn of a new requirement for our host special lemonade to include a pH test on all C of A's moving forward. It's simple to add a new QC standard for this item under the item record. We can enter the details for the new standard, and will be prompted to select when the test should be run by choosing one of these transaction type options. In the case of our host special lemonade, we've set it up to require QC reporting on bricks, pH, temperature, and visual inspection at the work order level, and a post-build QC check to be completed 48 to 72 hours after the batching process at the assembly build stage. Notice that we can also set up a QC standard on item receipt transactions. For the host special lemonade, one of the components in the formulation, lemon concentrate, requires a pH test on the item receipt. We can find the details of this QC standard under the Blend QC Standard tab of the item record. If you want to eliminate redundant QC checks and unnecessary clicks, restrict when to run the QC standard based on the source of creation of the item receipt. Here, we'll select that we only require a QC check on this component when it's a purchase order driving the item receipt. We've now laid the groundwork for how we wish to utilize quality control standards for our host special lemonade. Now, let's take a quick look at how we would process a real work order in NetSuite. In all of Blend's SuiteApps, NetSuite's robust lot number traceability is maintained. Blend's quality control module is no exception. Selecting the inventory detail for the lemon concentrate will automatically display updated inventory status based on each lot number's QC inspection on the item receipt. Until QC results are entered for the work order, you'll see the build button on the work order is grayed out. Enter QC results for each of the predefined standards for this formula here. Note that under the Assembly Build tab, there is a placeholder QC inspection to be completed at the assembly build stage. Once the work order is built in NetSuite, a hyperlink to the assembly build record can be found under the Batch Details tab, and we are now able to enter QC results. Note that before entering these results, the inventory status of the host special lemonade is pending inspection, despite having a passing QC inspection at the work order. This is because Blend will automatically take the lowest rank inventory status from any of the QC inspections, and this is what will be displayed on the C of A if printed when the assembly build QC inspection has not been entered. Once both inspections are complete and passed, the C of A can be printed at any of the transactions linked to the order. This includes all subsequent finished good work orders, like a customer order for a 24-pack of lemonade. NetSuite links the related work orders, and Blend ensures top-to-bottom quality control traceability. You can see here that this C of A shows the results of all QC inspections with the C of A status of passed. The tool is flexible and allows you to define rules for inventory status based on the results of QC inspections. Here we are stating items with good inventory status can be consumed and sold with no restrictions, while items with failed inventory status are placed in an automatic quarantine and can't be consumed or sold. Those items pending QC can be consumed with a warning, but cannot be sold, and those with inventory status rework are unrestricted. Well, this wraps up the tour of blendAPPS Quality Control module. Whether you're manufacturing lemonade, industrial floor cleaner, shaving cream, or just about anything at all, Blend's bundle of SuiteApps were built to support process manufacturers using NetSuite. If you want to learn more, visit your SuiteApp store or our website to book a live demonstration with one of our solution consultants today.